In the heart of Philadelphia's vibrant music scene, there's a hidden gem ready to shine. Stella Ruze, a band that defies labels, blending acoustic roots with jazz, folk, and grooves that demand you to move. It all began with Brendan Johnson's soulful singer-songwriter style, the foundation upon which the band's unique sound was built on. As more uniquely talented musicians joined, it transformed into a dynamic force that thrives on live improv and connection. But the road hasn't been easy. Just as they were gaining momentum, the pandemic hit, forcing them to adapt, recording an album one musician at a time, when they know they are best recording as a unit. Band members have come and gone, yet Stella Ruze's roots remain unshaken, always evolving while staying true to their original sound. Now, they're back where they belong, in the studio, recording their latest album, Origin. It's a return to their live, unfiltered sound, raw, real, and full of spirit. This is more than a documentation of a band. It's a story of resilience, reinvention, and persistence. They discovered their magic comes from being together and recording an album live. And now, the journey of Stella Ruze continues with Origin.
So we're at Retro City Studios in Germantown, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's a banging ass studio.
I mean, Stella Ruze is the longest relationship I've had, like longer than the relationship, I've had with my wife. So it's been a huge part of my life.
Yeah, the band is like a subsection of my family.
I mean, it's part of my identity now at this point. I've been with the band since 2017.
Origin Atlantis, he rode in on the waves. Legend said the groundwork was laid. Origin Atlantis, he rode in on the waves. Legend said the groundwork was
I just love music so much, and I don't know where I would be without all the different opportunities I've had to play different kinds of music.
I think the biggest thing is there's a lot of mutual respect. So, you can have disagreements without fighting about it.
There is no other way. Music is what I do this all for. All the other stuff is so that I can come here and do this.
Origin Atlantis, he rode in on the waves. Legend said the groundwork was laid. Origin Atlantis, he rode in on the waves. Legend said the groundwork was laid. Origin Atlantis, he rode in on the waves. Legend said the groundwork was laid. Origin
right. So I'm Alex. I play trumpet.
We've got Alex Steyer, trumpet, percussion whiz, high knees guy, MC hype man of Stella Ruze. Also, one of my oldest friends. Went to college together. Grew professionally, musically speaking. Yeah, great dude.
And then, of course, Alex on trumpet. He keeps a lot of the foundation strong in the group. His knowledge for production is so helpful to us. He's not just a trumpet player, he is an everything player. He can get us sounding really good in certain rooms we're playing in, or when we get booked for a wedding or something outside of a venue. He's really good at organizing the sound so we all can hear each other really well.
Alex is DJ Dad Bod. I don't need to really say anything more than that. He knows what I'm talking about.
Gabe Preston, saxophone, flautist, multi-instrumentalist, arranger. He has his own band. Gabe is extremely talented, and it's a pleasure to work with Gabe.
Gabe's everywhere all the time.
Gabe's like the younger brother for the whole band.
His ability to go through all of the different brass instruments is amazing. He played flute on our most recent single a few years ago called Pinch of Salt. He plays baritone in a lot of tracks that we've written over the years. And most recently upgraded his tenor sax. Speak of the devil.
How's it going, y'all?
Yeah, Gabe.
Good to see you.
Gabe Preston, ladies and gentlemen.
What an intro.
Let me give him a hand.
Nice. Did I make the shot?
You got the shot.
Always. How's it going? This is, yeah.
Sean is awesome drummer.
Amazing presence and ability to go through many different genres, and no song we have to learn is ever, he's never not interested in trying it out, which I give him a lot of credit for.
Really awesome. He's got such a great head on his shoulders, and I feel like I could talk to Sean about anything. Sean and I always our eyes locked during the set, and we're feeling that rhythm together, and if something goes a little funky, we kind of both look at each other. So Sean and I have that kind of special thing going.
Ted is just so full of energy. It just shows in his solos, just the way he does his bass lines and his sound.
He just likes solving problems. That's his bag.
He's got such a huge heart, and he's always there for you. He'll give you a ride, 2 hours out of the way if he has to make a show happen. So it's awesome to play with Ted and be good friends.
Brendan is our fearless leader.
Well, we got Brendan, who is also one of my oldest friends.
Always pushing us forward. Yeah, our leader.
Yeah, Brendan's Brendan. He's such a big personality. How do you put Brendan in a box? Nobody puts Brendan in a box. And he's such a creative songwriter. He brings so much, thoughtfulness and creativity, and just always something different to the band. I think that really helps.
Next, I'd go to Mace Daddy, Mason on piano and keys and organ. Idiot savant, his ability to go through so many different instruments, and the studio experience. It can be a lot for a musician because you don't have the toys that you have at a studio, and he's able to really wrangle that well.
Mason's my best friend. So Mason and I played music together for the better part of 20 years together in about 3 or 4 different bands. So he's literally my best friend. Mason, like me, shares in the highly emotional aspects of music. He's fiercely talented. He's fiercely committed to excellence, period. He's emotional though, like I get. He's passionate. Katie is the sweet one. wouldn't hurt a fly and has the voice to match that.
I always think of Katie because she came from a big family and like all of them sing and like play music. I just think of Katie as like one of the Von Trapp children. That's sort of weird, but just what a voice, right?
I'd start with my partner in crime, Katie O'Donnell, who stands up there with me in the front of the stage. She is strong and angelic. She makes all of our voices sound 1,000 times better than they're supposed to.
So I hear producer Katie's not coming.
Producer. Woo! No, yeah. So I guess we should probably talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, we will obviously have to figure that out at some point, but we'll carry on without her for the week. I mean, she's not coming this weekend.
Katie will be here in spirit only.
Good.
We send.
We should zoom her in.
What happened?
On a wall.
Katie had sadly, her and her husband had a miscarriage.
Katie's health and well-being is number one. I mean, the first thing I texted her when she informed us on the group me was just to tell her, like, explicitly, your physical health and especially your mental health is what's most important in the scope of life. A stupid recording session is not what you should be doing this weekend. End of story. Because even if she was feeling physically okay, the mental toll of coming into the studio, now there's maybe some catharsis in that, but again, like singing and trying to do all of this stuff when your body just went through this and everything that comes along with that, like, no way I would even think about that. So there's a big emotional toll to us. I was very upset last night when I read it, but again, my first turn was to go to Katie, to outreach to her and say, you are absolutely loved. Like, hug your kids extra tight tonight and this weekend, because like that's what's most important.
We'll get her in here as soon as she's able. But you know, right now the only thing that matters is that Katie's healthy and getting back on her feet.
She came to practice on Tuesday and kind of looked a little distraught pretty early on, and then she grabbed me after one of our songs and she just said, "Hey Alex, can you step outside with me?" Which is very uncharacteristic of her, period, but I was like, oh yeah, of course. And she said, you know, "Hey, I don't really know how to explain this, but I think, you know, my body's starting to do the thing." And I knew exactly what she was talking about, and I said to her, "Okay, like let's get you out of here." And she was like, "Can you pack my stuff up?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." So I rushed back into the room and I packed her stuff up and I walked her downstairs and I walked her back outside and I said, "Do you want to walk to your car? Are you okay?" She said, "Yeah, I feel okay. I'm okay to get home." I said, "Just please text us when you get home and keep us posted." So she informed us that night, or maybe the night following morning, pretty early, that she went home, that she ended up going to the hospital, and I guess she was just having some modest complications from the miscarriage.
So not having her here is hard.
I think all of us, you know, sort of had to question, do we still record? Because she's such a pivotal voice.
And so not having her voice there to lead certain things, we're gonna do our best. And I'm confident with like working with Todd that it'll come out the way we want it to, but it's gonna be, you know, difficult maybe to find the particular energy that you need. We're gonna have to dig deep for that.
We love Katie. She's like a sister. She's a family member.